You're scrolling through endless ladder options because you need something that actually works when you're up against a real-world problem, not just a glossy spec sheet. You want a ladder that you can pull out, set up quickly, trust it won't wobble, and that doesn't cost you an arm and a leg for a feature you'll never use. That hesitation, that moment when you picture yourself stuck on a balcony or trying to rescue a cat from a roof, drives most buyers to overthink the purchase. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. And I'm going to walk through why the Guardian Fall Protection 15023 might be the low-key solution you need, and when it's better to keep looking. First off, the 15023 isn't a multi-section tower or a heavy-duty industrial crane. It's a single 12-foot aluminum ladder that folds down to a compact size and is marketed as a rapid deployment rescue ladder. In plain English, that means you can carry it up a stairwell or through a doorway, flip it open, and you have a sturdy 12-foot reach in seconds. For a homeowner who has a second-story deck, a property manager who needs to access fire-rated balcony doors, or a small business maintenance crew that must occasionally do a quick roof inspection, that speed matters more than a longer, bulkier ladder you'll never actually use. Let's talk about the practical strengths that show up once you actually put the ladder to work. The aluminum construction keeps the weight down. Most users report it feels light enough to lift with one hand, yet solid enough that it doesn't flex when you stand near the top. Because it's a single piece, there are no hinges or locking mechanisms that can wear out or get stuck after years of storage. The rapid deployment claim isn't just marketing jargon. The ladder's hinges are designed to spring open and lock in place with a single motion, so you aren't fumbling with pins while someone is waiting below. In a rescue scenario, say a neighbor's cat is perched on a balcony, or a maintenance worker needs to step onto a low roof, the ability to get a stable platform up in under 10 seconds can be the difference between a calm retrieval and a stressful scramble. On the flip side, the very things that make this ladder convenient also set its limits. 12 feet is enough for most 1- and 2-story residential situations, but it won't reach a 3-story fire escape or a commercial loading dock. Because the ladder is a single, straight section, you lose the extended reach that an extension ladder provides. Also, the base relies on the spread of the aluminum legs for stability. On uneven ground or slick surfaces, you'll need a mat or some additional footing to keep it from sliding. That isn't a deal breaker for indoor or flat surface use. But if you plan to set it up on a gravel patio or a wet roof, you'll have to account for that extra precaution. Who should actually buy the Guardian 15023? If you're a homeowner who occasionally needs to access a second-floor balcony, a small-scale property manager responsible for a handful of low-rise units, or a DIY enthusiast who wants a ladder that can double as a rescue tool without taking up a garage, this kit hits the sweet spot. Its compact storage size means it fits in a closet or a car trunk, and the aluminum doesn't rust, so you can leave it outdoors in a covered area year after year without worrying about corrosion. For those who need a quick, reliable reach for routine tasks, changing light bulbs on a high porch, cleaning gutters that are within a 10-foot radius, or helping a child get down from a tree, the ladder offers exactly what you need without extra bulk. Conversely, you should skip this ladder if your work regularly involves higher elevations, heavy loads, or demanding industrial environments. Fire departments, for example, usually require longer, multi-section ladders with higher weight capacities and built-in safety rails. Construction sites that need to reach 6-foot platforms or lift materials will find the 12-foot span insufficient, and the single-section design limits the ability to angle the ladder over obstacles. If you anticipate using the ladder on uneven terrain frequently, you might be better off with a model that includes adjustable foot pads or a wider base for added stability. Now, let's address the value proposition beyond the headline. The Guardian kit is priced in the mid-range for a 12-foot aluminum ladder, but you're not just paying for the metal tube. You're paying for the engineering that lets it pop open and lock without additional tools, and for the peace of mind that comes from a ladder that's designed with rescue scenarios in mind. In real-world terms, that translates to fewer trips to the hardware store for replacement parts, less time wrestling with a stubborn hinge, and a lower chance of the ladder failing when you need it most. Those hidden savings, time, frustration, and the occasional avoided injury are where the product's true worth lives. A quick anecdote from a friend who works in building maintenance illustrates.